The Little Boy with a Big Heart. Little David Jr. was the only son of Chief David and Mrs. Amara David, a famous fashion designer. Because he was named after his father, everyone lovingly called him David Jr. He had everything a child could ever want: comfort, toys, love, and care. But in his primary school, David Jr. always noticed one boy who stood out: Tega. Tega was quiet. He never played with the other children. He always wore the same worn-out uniform and mostly sat alone under the big mango tree, watching others run around happily. David often wondered why Tega never smiled. One morning, as David's nanny packed his lunchbox, jollof rice, chicken, and juice, David insisted she should add extra food. "Auntie, please put more chicken," he said softly. The nanny chuckled, thinking he was just being playful, and ignored his request. Later that day, during break time, David saw Tega sitting alone again, staring at the children eating and playing. David walked up to him gently. "Why are you sitting all by yourself?" he asked. Tega looked up shyly, but said nothing. Without another word, David handed him his lunchbox. Tega's eyes widened. He opened the box slowly and began to eat like someone who hadn't had a proper meal in days. David watched him with a smile. When he got home, the nanny was surprised that David had finished all his food. This boy is eating so well these days," she murmured. The next morning, David begged again. "Auntie, please, pack extra food. I want to eat with my friend." This time, she agreed. At school, David shared his food with Tega again, and again, and again. Soon, they became best friends. David laughed more, Tega smiled more, and each day, their bond grew stronger. One afternoon, the nanny told David's mother, "Madam, David now finishes all his food, even when I add extra. I think something is going on." Worried, his parents called him. "David," his mother asked gently, "what have you been doing with all that food?" David swallowed and looked down. "I have a friend. His name is Tega. He hardly eats. Nobody plays with him. So I shared my lunch." His parents went silent, touched deeply. Their little boy had shown a kind of love they had never taught him. The next week, Chief David and his wife followed their son to school. They met Tega, spoke with him, and later visited his home. Tega lived with his mother, who fried